gonna give in now. I think gonna live this now. I think gonna be man, I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go thick of the town, cause I gotta be that king in the ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. I am just up on the journey, just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising. Good evening, Warriors. Excited to be with you guys on this February 27th, 2026. We're going to be talking about February 20th, 2026. And I want to wish you an absolutely amazing day. I want to remind you, this is the last February 27th, 2026 you're ever going to have. So let's make it an absolutely great day. We're getting our rhythm down with this live. So we're going live every Monday and Friday. I will be heading on a spiritual journey coming up here very soon. We're going to have some special guests coming on to run the channel, which is absolutely amazing. You'll get to see my beautiful partner, May, on here as well. Jackie's going to be coming on and quite a few of our team. And very exciting to announce, we are taking over the live game on Friday, March 20th. We have our first show, the Wealth Transfer Podcast. It's going to be at 12 o'clock on Friday the 20th. So you're going to see Jackie, Gonzo, May, my CFO, Jeremy. We're also going to see Johnny Crypto, Mario. The whole team is going to be on, and we're going to be live, and it's going to be a Joe Rogan style podcast. What I mean by that is we're going to be chopping it up, having fun, talking business, talking insurance, talking legacy, talking life, and it's going to be an amazing podcast, and we want to interact with you guys. So what we'd like to do is to bring the people behind the scenes building these ecosystems. We've created these massive ecosystems. I'll share with you guys. We have 6 companies in information, technology, attention, and financial services. And we are truly taking over the financial literacy space with our Capital DR system. We've helped over 4,500 people worldwide, and we're expanding by almost 500 people a month. We will be the largest financial literacy company in the world. And I also am going to need your guys' help here very soon. I have a huge project coming out that will be launching April 15th. And I'm going to be, usually I don't ask for help I'm always putting out this free content, but I am going to ask for your guys' help with this one. So there'll be a launch sequence. I'm going to launch something that is going to absolutely change the world. It's going to rip open the minds and awareness, the possibilities for human beings, and help them understand the deep indoctrination system all the way from the 1900s to today. It's going to explain what happened to our grandparents, what happened to our parents, and it's also going to provide solutions. We can talk shit all day. We can get on here and warn people all day, but let's provide some solutions. Let's get to work spiritually, physically, and financially. The Capital DR system, we're trademark. It's in a process. We should have our trademark here very, very soon. We're waiting on the number, but this is going to change the world. That is my mission, is to move the 1% to the 5% before I pass. So we're just getting started out here. We will help over 1 million people by 2026. So if you do need any support at all, I highly recommend that you click the link of this video. If you're on YouTube or if you're watching this on X, click my social media platform. Just click the link. You can sign up to meet with my team and do a free consultation or a free discovery call, and they will break down our Capital DR system, how we can best support you. And I'm going to show you a little bit inside and the stuff that we teach inside there. This is not an investment. We don't teach we're not brokers. We don't invest people's money. We're educators. So I literally peel back the curtain and I show with you exactly what I do. Shit, I do it on X. I show you guys my buys, and that's one thing that I want to talk about with February 20th, 2026 that happened last Friday is the era of authenticity is here, guys. So I'm putting people out on the table like influencers. Post your buys. Put your portfolio out there, right? So I'm getting very close to posting my net worth and everything on there, right? And I will share with you guys with brutal authenticity where I'm at, okay? I'm completely debt-free on the personal side. And the reason why I tell you this, I want to be very clear about this. The reason why I'm telling you this, because I want you to see what's possible. I was broke on my parents' couch in 2020. They took my business away in the pandemic. They took my business away. Next door, we have a gym, 3T Fitness still exists. They shut down our business. That was my only business, the 3T Warrior Academy and 3T Fitness, okay? They shut down my business. And what I did is I drew a line in the sand. I finally said, no man or woman will ever come into my business ever again. Ever again. I left corporate America in 2017. I cashed out my 401k. I cashed out all my savings. I sold my dream home. 2017, we failed. 2018, we failed. 2019, we failed. And halfway through 2019, boom, we finally did it. 6-figure company, started getting into my investments, I had the price predictions and all that stuff and the hopium, and I thought I was going to wake up because the Simpsons told us that XRP was going to 589, and I figured that by quarter two 2020 I was going to be a billionaire. And guess what? It didn't happen. The price predictions never came. The pandemic shut down my business, and there I was, 43 years old, a broken little boy, again with nothing. And then I realized, this is interesting. Why does this keep happening? Why does 10% of the population control almost all of the markets? And why does 10% control almost all of the media? And so instead of bitching about it and complaining about it, I started to study it. I'd gone through a divorce. So outside of my kids, I spent a lot of time at a free place that actually gives you a lot of wisdom, the library. I started studying Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich at a deep level. I had read it before. Wisdom of King Solomon, Abraham. And I started to realize that there's tried and true systems and processes and structure. And there is no get rich quick. There's getting wealthy for sure by becoming disciplined spiritually, physically, and financially. And I built the system. Started with a crypto portfolio. XRP was my number one holding. And opened up an insurance policy. I tried to do the family banking concept. Didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I did it. And what I did is I started doing the opposite of everybody else. I started to realize that money just moves from the undisciplined to the disciplined. That the markets are just emotion. That over the last 500 years, there's been rise and falls of superpowers. And over the last 200 years, there's been 32 major market collapses. Then I started to realize that, hey, all the promises they make every 4 years, they don't do. And you're shocked? You're shocked that what they campaigned on, they're not telling you the truth. And you're shocked that what I'm going to show you today, that Jan Street is manipulating Bitcoin. And you're shocked that a tweet goes out on 10/10/2025 right before the markets close. And Bitcoin's open 24 hours a day on a 3-day weekend. That they're putting 100% tariffs on China that clap. You're shocked? Like at some fucking point, we got to stop being shocked. At some point, we got to grow up. At some point, we got to say, oh, okay, it's been the same thing over and over and over and over again. Jesus comes back after 18 years and flips over the money changers. You've made the synagogue a den of thieves. He didn't go hang out in the church. He went out to the streets. He went out with the people. He went from village to village. He said, if they don't listen to you, move on. And he moved on. Jesus, your mother and brother are outside. They are not my mother and brother. Therefore, they do not think like me. Who do we pay our taxes to? Who's on the coin? Caesar. Pay your taxes to Caesar. Give to God what is his. Give to me what is mine. I see a lot of men out here preaching that they're men of God. Then show me physically, spiritually, and financially. Show me. Show me. Prove it. Let's go. Let's get motivated, men. Let's get locked in, men. Show me through your physical walk. Show me through your financial walk, and show me through your spiritual walk. I'm not here to give you a soft pillow. I'm not here to ridicule or shame people. I'm here to show you exactly what I'm doing. So it's an important timeline right now. So what I'm going to show you is some news here, and then we're going to get to some questions, and we're going to get into it. So I got about 30 minutes with you guys. I do have a one-on-one coming up here, but I want to show you this first, and then we'll get into, I'm going to show you, answer some questions that I keep getting around what my ecosystem looks like. So I'm going to actually go a little bit deeper into that, okay? So I told you guys on February 20th, the exposure in the financial industry is coming. This is just a start. Get ready for more. So Jan Street, when this came out, I wasn't shocked. It was after, remember I told you February 20th, 2026. That was a shift from financialization, okay, centralization to decentralization. All darkness coming to light, especially in the financial sector. And you're just going to see a bunch of exposure coming out, guys. So this came out around Jan Street. It says now Bitwise advisor Jeff Parks argues that no single firm like Jan Street is directly suppressing Bitcoin price. Duh. It's like, here we go. But this is going to come out now because it's just like for us too. You know, this is when I'm coaching men, I'm like, man, like you're experiencing what you're experiencing right now. Like I can predict where I'm going to be at in 5 years. I know the life that I'm living now is because of the seeds I planted in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So when I tell you we're going to be $1 billion company, or we are $1 billion company, I should say it as if it already exists. All you have to do is plant the seeds. Okay. It's just about the action of today, the seeds planted. discipline, consistency done for a long enough period of time to access that paradigm. You reverse engineer it. I already know where my net worth is going to be by November. I already know where my net worth is going to be by 2029. I've already built it out. I just reverse engineered just the daily activities I need to do. Zach XBT, he's the one that started this, kind of going out there and saying, hey, there's going to be some exposure coming. And then he's exposing you. You can just go through his tweets. There's another, what is it? Meet. I can't even pronounce that name. Axiom Exchange, employees allegedly abusing lack of access controls for insider trading. It's all here, guys. Another company. It's all over the Wall Street Journal. There's Jan Street. And the CFTC, I want to get to your guys' questions. CFTC issued an advisory warning against insider trading, fraud on prediction markets following 2 enforcement cases on CalSIC-X. Man, we couldn't predict it any better, right, guys? Like February 20th is wild. Okay, I want to show you guys this real quick because it's a question I get all the time. This is what we teach inside of our academy, okay? We take you through, we peel back the curtain, and I just keep getting questions all the time, okay? So we are partnered with I Trust Capital, okay? So only things we talk about is what we actually do or what we own, okay? So there's a couple companies we're partnered with, our trust lawyers, I Trust Capital, Merlin I own, and then the rest of companies I actually own. And so the only thing we talk about is things that we actually own or we're partnered with them. And I have my own personal money in there, okay? So this is what my ecosystem looks like. I'll go over this really quickly, and I'm just going to, because I keep getting tons of questions about this. And I actually take you through all this in my academy, okay? And we give you all the resources. So I have a Dynasty Trust, okay? I have 6 companies that go into my Freedom Asset Management Group. That's my S Corp, okay? So you see where it says W-2 employee? I'm a W-2 employee in the middle. There's a reason behind that, okay? On the left side, I'm just a W-2 employee. That's it, okay? Asset protected. I'm a W-2 employee. If I'm rolling down the street and I rear end somebody, they're suing a W-2 employee of Freedom Asset Management Group, okay? What I work to do, my salaries and bonus income, whether it's, we'll call it dividend income, is I work to extract as much of it as I can over to my asset base, which is protected by a trust. And then I have a Wyoming LLC, okay? My Wyoming LLC owns my legacy digital assets. I don't have all my crypto over there. I have personal stuff that I have, but most of my legacy that I'm not selling, but my big XRP, my big Bitcoin, it's in a way, nobody can touch it. Lawsuits, it's completely protected. So I have a trust that owns the Wyoming LLC, 2 layers of protection. That Wyoming LLC, okay, my insurance just goes right into my trust because you don't, insurance is the most bad. I have 30% of my wealth insured. You can't touch insurance. Nobody can sue you with insurance. The Wyoming LLC is protected by the Dynasty Trust. I'm just a trustee of the trust. Do you see where we're going with this? I'm a W-2 employee. So if someone comes after me, that's what you're coming after. This is how you protect your assets, okay? So the Wyoming LLC is in institutional grade custody inside of I Trust Capital, okay? So I have my family's treasury inside of I Trust Capital, okay? You can set up your own premium custody personally as well. You don't have to have an LLC. You can do premium custody. Now, why do I use I Trust Capital for my treasury, and why do some people use it for their premium custody? Is because this is what's called a closed loop system, okay? So let me go back to the protection here. So look at how protected this is. I have the W-2 employee over here. Someone sues me, they can't get to any of my assets, okay? If someone comes after my crypto, it's a closed loop system. So I have layers on top of layers. This is closed loop. Now, the benefit and the disadvantage to this is once the crypto's in, it's cash out. Okay, it's a closed loop system. It's institutional grade custody. So if somebody hacks my iTrust, they can just sell it into my bank account. Thanks, right? So I mean, it's better they sell it in my bank account than they steal it, right? So I have the premium treasury set up for my family. We have the legacy set up. And then you can do like products, you can do the individual retirement accounts and stuff like that. So just wanted to show you guys that because I know people keep emailing about the resources. So if you just go to my YouTube that you're on right now and you click right here, you'll scroll down on this video and you'll see I Trust Capital. I think it's right here. Okay, so you can download it as well. We are partnered with them and you get a $100 funding bonus as well. Okay, so I'm going to get with you guys here. I just want to answer questions. All right, let's do this. Let's see. I'm going to start at the bottom here. So if you guys want to ask questions, can I just move my assets into iTrust? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Just know it's a closed loop system. So if you're looking for ultimate protection, it's closed looped. Once you get in there, you can't transfer the crypto back out. Okay. It's an exchange. You can do everything on there. So I have my family's legacy crypto on there. I do have Coinbase, I have Kraken, but that's more, I keep lower amounts on there. So if somebody hacks me or does something, like they're not going to get to my crypto. It's literally impossible. So um, reach reach out if you ever need an energy healer, my friend. Awesome. Where are we at here? I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's start bringing the content of character. Thank you. Thank you. Grand Rising. Good morning. Good morning. Let me scroll up a little bit. This is a paid commercial, or I'm just telling you what I do. It's so funny. Why wouldn't I talk about the things that I do? It's so funny. People's perception is great. Yep. Do I get paid to do what I do? Absolutely. Just like you get paid to do your job. How do you max fund an IUL, sir? I'm new to the financial world. Absolutely. God, I can't wait for our next show coming up with the team. I'm gonna have my insurance team on here as well. May's gonna be on there. She's my partner and then the head of our company. How do you max fund an IUL? So, well, insurance in the what it is in reality, it's an insurance policy, right? So you have the premium, okay? Then you have the death benefit, and the higher the death benefit, the more cash value you can put into it, okay? How do you max fund a policy is based on the policy that you set up. The death benefit will give you the determination of how much cash you can stuff into it. So how do you max fund it? You have your premium that you pay every single month, and then say you have a larger amount of wealth that comes in, you can max fund it. It's just based on the death benefit, right? Whatever your death benefit is, tells you how much you can put into it. You can also do a back funding with IUL. So like, I think it's for the first 7 years, you can go back and fund the previous years. So some people set up bigger policies if they're going to have a liquidity event coming up, but it's all based on sitting down with you guys. My team can sit down with you guys in the description of this video as well, is we can actually build out a whole model for you and show you what it looks like. So always do your policy based on your current paradigm. Don't do it based on future projections or what you think, unless you can guarantee, because the larger the death benefit, the larger the premium is going to be as well. So let's see. Isn't it pronounced Jan Street? I guess, yeah. So JN Street? I have no idea, but thank you for letting me know that. God bless you, coach, for truth, honesty, with no BS. Yeah, I woke up in January 2026 and I'm like, it's time, dude. Like this is how I live. This is how I talk. And I'm like, to be honest, I was playing a character because like I'm coming on here and it's like sugarcoating stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's just exhausting. I'm like, no, it's okay. Man, we need to get our shit together. People are sloppy as shit. It's like, that's the way that I talk to my friends and personal behind the scenes. It's like, why wouldn't I say that in public? Like I've been thinking a lot about that, right? And people are like, you should know your audience. Someone said that to me the other day, and I just posted this. I was like, my audience. I was like, I don't post for an audience. I post who I am, and you just go back to my social. You're seeing the evolution of me. I'm going on a spiritual journey in 7 days, and I might come back and say, fuck all this. Every time I come back from Peru, I'm like, I come back completely different, right? And this journey is going to be, because this is the real authentic JV. Who knows what I'm going to learn when I go out there for 7 days. And I don't know, I might come back and say, I don't know, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know. So I don't do things for an algorithm. I don't do things for attention. I don't do it for an audience. I don't adjust my content for an algorithm. I am the algorithm. When do you move crypto to a hot wallet? So I don't use a hot wallet. I use a cold wallet. So I have 20% of my crypto on a cold wallet, and I have my largest amount on iTrust Capital. So if that helps. I'll be in Mesa next week. Might need to come by and use the gym. Yes, come on by, dude. Hit it up. Let me know. And I'll be traveling on the back end. The age of Aquarius is upon us. Yes, it is here. The ripple effect. Quantum. Here we go. Thank you, coach. Finally, someone 100%. Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Grand Rising. Been watching you since 2021. You have helped me in so many ways. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Travis. What will happen when war starts? Evacuations have started in the Middle East. Are you talking about financially? So we're right there, man. Bullets flying is the last thing. We have out of the 5 things that Ray Dalio predicts, the last one is war. And usually there's one happening that creates a big economic shift, and we have all 5 happening. Well, 4, and then bullets start to fly, which is 4. I think you mean economically. Usually when war happens, gold, silver, probably Bitcoin, things like that should go up. So for me to do insurance at 64, a big monthly payment. Yeah, the older we are, so I'm turning 50, and the older we are, the less attractive cash value life insurance comes because you need larger amounts of cash value because you need time to compound. Money compounds every 7 years at 10%. So the younger you are, the more powerful it is. But as we're older, if you have big liquidity events, it makes sense because we use them as family banks. We actually use them as banks to buy more assets. So they work really well for us. You would want to look, Jeffrey, at annuities. So I'm actually going to be doing my first annuity this year, and I'm going to start building that cash flow for life. What dividend stocks used for cash flow? I'll show you an example of one. I'm going to show you the medium risk ones because I'm not going to show you guys the high risk. I'll let you guys do your own research because I'm here to keep you safe. In the academy, I break down all my high risk ones because if you do not know how to de-risk, I'm going to show you guys micro strategies. Because if you don't know how to de-risk, you're going to get wrecked. I'm very, very disciplined when it comes to de-risking. Okay, so this is one of them. This is a tier 2 dividend stock. I'm an STRC. If you don't believe in Bitcoin and you don't believe in Michael Saylor, then you shouldn't be getting into this, which basically he created he's challenging the bond market, basically. This is a bond. So it's going to have stable net asset value. So for example, let me just explain it in regular terms. If I put $100,000 in here, okay, it's going to stay stable. I'm not going to have huge growth on my $100,000, but I'm getting a variable rate of anywhere from 9 to 11%. So off $100,000, you'd be generating about $900 a month. I don't know many places where you can generate $900 a month off $100,000, right? And I have some stable net asset value. Okay. The high risk dividends, which are synthetic option calls, where they're doing options, where I'm buying the stock tickers. So that gives you a hint. You can look them up yourself. Be very, very, very careful. Okay. The net asset value will erode, but the cash flow is insane. So what I do is I de-risk the cash flow out and I buy Bitcoin and XRP. So you have turned my eyes to God. I never used to. Oh, thank you so much. You have completely changed my perspective on it. God bless you. Thank you, Travis. That means a lot, man. Yeah, it's and some people ask me, like, do I go? I don't go to a church. I'm not against church. I'm not against religion. I'm not against anything. I'm against my own demons inside myself. But yeah, I'm in church every day. When people are like, what church do you go to? You should be I'm like, it's a relationship for me with Jesus Christ. And, I believe in God, and anecdotally my life is radically transformed since I gave my life to God and surrendered to Jesus. And, it's just changed. I don't know what else to say. Like, that's what makes me believe in Jesus Christ and God. Do you invest in liquidity pools? Absolutely not. I do. I stay as far as humanly possible away from stuff like that. You will get wrecked at some point. Which stable tokens match with blue chip? With stable tokens matched? Yeah, that word scares the shit out of me. I lost well over 6 figures. I tell the story quite a bit in the academy, but I lost high 6 figures in 2020 yield farming. So you got to ask yourself, always ask yourself. Let me bring this on as an example. Okay, when you're getting high yields, ask yourself, where is it coming from? So my tier 1 high risk dividend stocks, I know that they're options trading. I know the risk. So I know where the income is coming from. It's coming from them doing puts and if I'm in the short or the call, right? I know where the income's coming from and I know the risk. Okay. This, for example, I know where the income's coming from. It's a bond, it's a credit product, right? In yield farming, when they're giving you huge amounts of returns, that money is coming from somewhere, right? Or if a broker is saying, hey, store your crypto here and we're going to give you 4 or 5%, they're making money somehow. It's not magic money, right? So where are they getting the 4% from? Okay, they're probably trading your cryptocurrency or they're using it, right? That's why, like, I trust capital. There's no rehypothecation of funds. They don't use your funds. They just have a straight up fee process. And I like people who are straight up. So yeah, I would stay as far as possible away from liquidity pools and stuff. Just my opinion. Does Merlin help with crypto taxes? It doesn't, not yet. We're getting there. We're getting there really, really close. And just so you guys know too, if you are a Merlin customer, we own Merlin. This is Merlin, guys, right here. You can get it 30 days for free if you guys want to try it out. So this is a interface. Okay, it pulls all your, so I'm all about safety, right? So I only look at my Merlin when I'm traveling around because this is the interface. Nobody can jack my crypto. This is a demo account. So it shows all your cryptos in one place, shows you all your exchanges in one place. And if you're a current Merlin customer, you'll see a pop-up come up where basically you can actually set up an exit plan. You won't even have to know how to do Fibonacci anymore. Okay. So you'd come in here and then boom, you click, you'll see the new tool. You'll click right here. Okay. And it can actually build right there. Boom. That's coming out. So for new customers, this is going to be in about 2 weeks. For our existing customers, you go in here. Okay. Oh, next step. Okay. And you just build your own exit strategy. You just drag from the all-time high to the all-time low, and then boom, it actually creates your Fibonacci for you. So I'll give you an example right here. You go boom. Oh, trying to grab it. Shoot, I don't have my mouse with me. I'll do it when I have my mouse. Put my mouse on. There we go. There we go. I don't have my mouse. I'll do it when I have my mouse, guys. So I'll put my mouse on my computer. When I have my mouse. So you drag it and then you hit how many targets you want to do, and it actually builds out your targets based on Fibonacci. So you don't have to know how to do Fibonacci anymore. So when I have my mouse, I'll do it for you guys. I'll bring my mouse. Just joining on the way. Gosh, man, sorry, my dyslexia, guys. I don't know if I'll ever get better at reading, but at this age, but I'll do the best I can. Good morning, coach. Howdy, folks. Caught live finally. Yes, absolutely. I got about 15 more minutes. Good morning. I'm ready to get my shit together. Let's go, Fluffy. Could just be me, but your audio is breaking up. Dang it. Is anybody else experiencing that? I need my tech team to come in here, man. I keep hearing people say my audio is bad. I don't know how to fix it, guys. So let me know if it's good. Happy Friday. What's up, girl? How you doing, Shannon? I don't know what that means. I've heard you talk about your ecosystem grew. You went back and changed your IUL, correct? I heard you talk about your ecosystem grew. You went back and changed. I think you're saying, am I reading this correct? I have heard you talk about your ecosystem grew. You went back and changed your so me and my partner might have 11, but policies, I'm not sure what you're asking here, but have we gone back and changed our IUL? Is that what you're saying? For example, going back into underwriting and getting higher death benefits. Yes, if that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. Sorry. Okay, it's working. Just a minute. All right, John, thank you. Good morning, Grand Rising. I've been DCing since 2020 into a cold wallet, but not sure where to go from here. How can I protect myself? Well, you're doing phenomenal going into a cold wallet. I'm just a little lost where to start. Thanks, coach. No, that's perfect. I mean, if you're DCing into a cold wallet, I think where you go from here is you figure out your ecosystem. What's your plan, right? So a lot of people just hold and rubberneck. Johnny Crypto says it the best. They rubberneck up and they rubberneck down. So you got to figure out your next step is figuring out your ecosystem. What's your offensive strategy, which is crypto stocks that go like this, right? That's like catching fish in a barrel. What's your exit plan? What is your protection? So when you exit, are you going to go into insurance? You're going to go into precious metals. All of you guys should be building a defense plan. And then when the markets come down, we go back in. Robinhood, if you're doing crypto, I'd go Coinbase, Kraken, Uphold, places like that. Yeah. For Robinhood, I do my stocks in Robinhood. A lot of people have not favorable things to say about Robinhood. I've never had a problem with it. But I do my stocks on Robinhood and my crypto on Coinbase, Kraken, and iTrust. Good morning. Good morning. I'm pretty new to this and not a big money guy yet. I love that. Yet. It's coming. Currently, I'm 100% XRP because I'm a believer, but not sure if I should diversify some or stay where I am. I would stay where you're at. Okay, so and I just consolidated, guys. I sold 17 cryptos into my top 7, which are XRP, Bitcoin, WLFI, Solana, VeChain. I close my eyes so I can see my portfolio. HBAR, because I don't want to miss anything. I only have 7 cryptos left. I'm only accumulating XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, and WFI. That's it. So if I was you and you believe in this asset, I wouldn't diversify right now. I would wait till you get some price appreciation, and then I would work to diversify out. Once you get price appreciation, price discovery, and you have a large amount of wealth, then you should start to diversify. That's what I did. That's where my Bitcoin holdings came from, guys. So if I was coming in right now and I had, $20,000, I would go more into things like XRP, XLM, things that I can get a larger price appreciation. From my price appreciation, I would use Bitcoin as my protection. But since I've had some liquidity events, I use Bitcoin as my protection. So in my P category defense, I have insurance, Bitcoin, silver, copper's more of a trade, and Berkshire. So when would someone pull out of iTrust? I'm personally not pulling out of it. I'm holding. That's legacy for me. There be moments where I sell some assets for liquidity, but that would go into my cash account to be able to make moves to either buy properties or things like that. But that's more of legacy for me. So, but you can buy and sell in there, but you're only buying into a stable coin or into cash to go into your account. Okay. Tell us what's a ticker symbol when you purchase copper. Yep, I can tell you that. Not financial advice. I will just share with you what I'm doing here. My ticker symbols are C, P as in Paul, E as in Edward, R as in Randy, CPER. That's the price appreciation and depreciation. And then COPX. So C as in cat, O as in Oscar, P as in Paul, X as in X-ray. That is copper mining. What's the deal with Solana getting moved into STX? I don't know. I do not know. Sorry. But if you have 80% on iTrust, you are trust your wealth with a third party. I do trust iTrust, yeah. So I wouldn't put it on there if I didn't trust them. Love you too. Yeah, I only talk about things that I do. You know, based on how you feel, like if you don't trust it, then don't do it, right? I only share with people exactly what I'm doing. Like, for example, people, you know, they come out, you know, I talked a lot about, my God, Link 2, Jesus, about the Ripple pre-IPO, right? And so we have almost 500,000 sitting in there. We're in the bankruptcy too. So, you know, I feel I was getting into Ripple pre-IPO heavy, and we're stuck in it too. And that's the point. Is anytime, you know, I tell influencers this all the time. I've never been paid to promote a crypto ever. And I always tell influencers, be very careful, man. You know, people that mentor with me and stuff, or you know, try to mentor with me. I'm like, listen, if you don't use the product yourself and you're not fully vested in this, do not talk about it. Do not talk about it, okay? Because it's unethical and immoral, right? So I trust Capital. I've gone very deep with them, and it took me a long time, to be honest with you. I actually met with them over and over again. I looked at their security, I looked at their ecosystem, and tons of our warriors use them. Actually, my warriors are the ones that brought them to me, and I decided to partner with them, and so we're deep in iTrust now. And so, yep. Took me a long time to get there, but I take a long time to do business with people. My DCA is a bit higher as I enter late. I'm planning I love this, my language right here, like a bamboo farmer. At what multiplier would you start taking your first profits while the market appreciates? Great question. So what you do is you start with your dollar cost average, right? And then you build out ladder on the way up. Now it's really interpersonal. It's like where your dollar cost average, right? So my XRP dollar cost average is 38 cents. So my first exit was $2.70. Well, somebody coming in at $2, my first target wouldn't make sense. So you have to ask yourself, so say you came in at $3.40, you may not set your first target to double, right? To $6 or to $7, right? So, and also it's asking yourself, what are you going to do when you exit to build the ecosystem? We had a great question inside of our academy yesterday. Someone's like, hey, I'm in a huge accumulation phase. I don't have a ton of XRP, but I really believe in this. And, you know, they were like, you know, I believe it's going to go to XYZ. So I said, okay, well, maybe you hold till $100, right? And that might be a long hold, but then you build your targets from there, right? So it's really asking yourself, how patient can you be? What are you going to do? The reason why we exit is because we build monster ecosystems. We don't rubberneck and watch things go up and down. That's why we built Merlin. We exit out, we stack insurance, we stack precious metals, we stack businesses, and then we build cash flow. And so we became cash flow rich from the last bull run. And so, you know, we went from making $10,000 a day, and, you know, I'm going to be brutally transparent with you guys. I lost everything in 2020. Just combined with dividends, businesses, I hit 700K in income last month. I'm proud to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm excited to say that. And you should boldly speak about that, because I went from nothing, guys. But the difference is I took my profits, I didn't buy Lambos. I didn't buy nicer houses. I kept my income 15% of my expenses, 15% of my income. I invested 85%. I still do, of every single dollar I made. It works. Then all of a sudden, I accumulated and boom, it exploded. Right, my business has exploded. I've been at it for 9 years. I've been building businesses for 9 years. We have multiple 7-figure companies now. We have an 8-figure company coming now. But the difference is my lifestyle compared to the amount of money that I make is, so I live a very, so I posted on X, I said, I'm a simple man, and people saw my backyard. Like, you don't look like a simple man. Relative to my net worth and relative to my income, that's a very simple house. Very, very simple. Right. I could go get the $4 or $5 million home making $700,000, and that's my business's dividends combined. I bring in about well over $100,000 a month, but I invest and I take care of my people. So I think that's the biggest thing. But I'm telling you guys this with honesty because you can do it. You can do it. It was fucking hard. And I'm still living that same disciplined lifestyle. That's the difference, because you're going to have a liquidity event, and what you do with that money is everything. But here's what's going to happen, guys. Just look around the crypto industry. I mean, look at the influencers, right? They are panicking right now. They're broke. They're broke because crypto companies don't have the money right now or the liquidity to pay people to pump tokens. And so that's how they make their money, right? That's how they didn't build real ecosystems. They don't have real businesses. I own a financial firm. I own a brokerage, insurance brokerage. I own multiple education companies. We own a software company. We bought and built companies and we scaled them, and we worked really, really hard. But what I did is I didn't have lifestyle creep. And so that's what I'm encouraging all of you guys to do, is when you start to get that income, invest it, guys, invest it. So that's why I've been posting my buys as well, because I just want to make sure that you guys see that I'm practicing what I preach. I had this feeling this morning. I'm like, I'm going to build out my net worth and everything and show everybody exactly what I do, with risk of privacy. But it's like, at some point, the number one search is what's Coach JB's net worth. So I could tell you it's we can make these crazy business evaluations. We have one company that's going to go over 8 figures this year. We have another one that's over $1 million. We'll hit over $1 million by July. Then we have another company that's going to hit over $1 million. So we'll have 3 over $1 million and 1 at 8 figures. So I'm the CEO of 3 of them, and I'm an equity owner in 3. 3 of them won't hit profit for a while, but I invest all my money. I have 0 debt, 0 personal debt. So that's what's possible for you guys if you take your crypto profits, pull profits, and build ecosystems. So I'm telling you this to motivate you. I know this will turn some people off, but I hope authenticity doesn't turn you off. I hope it inspires you, right? Because this is what it is. That's why when the haters come on my channel, I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, go back and promote another token. Go back and, get in your mom's basement. Keep eating your Cheetos, man. Lick it off your fingers and keep commenting on my stuff. So, like, Mom, get me another sandwich. Coach JB's live. Oh, other than Berkshire, what are your other defense stocks you would recommend? I have Coca-Cola, Chevron. I love that. See, that's why I'm doing Berkshire, because I'm obsessed with Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. And I was looking at their stocks. They have Coca-Cola, they have Chevron. And I was going to start buying all the stocks that they were doing. But I was like, well, it's kind of like hiring for skill. I went in and I just went in and got Berkshire. So that's the only one I have. Berkshire, copper, but copper is going to be a trade. If copper goes where we think it's going to go, then I'm going to sell probably 80% and go into Bitcoin. And then my other defense is silver, which is physical, and then insurance, which is the greatest one. JB, during your journey, have you attended seminars that added up significantly to your actual? I don't know. I don't go to a lot of seminars. You mean like business building events or seminars? Wait, have you attended seminars that added up significantly to your actual outcomes? I don't understand the question, but I actually don't go out very much. I go out on my boat. I go home, spend time with my kids. And Jake Claver was talking about the Wyoming LLC to store your crypto a long time ago. Do you listen to him? We've been doing this stuff for a while. We have our ecosystems built out, but I don't listen to his content, but I think, I know he's been talking about Wyoming LLCs and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't watch anybody's content. To be honest, that's not about Jake, but I don't watch other people's content. I know that I don't mean that. I don't watch other influencers' content. I watch Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, God rest his soul, Kathy Woods, Robert Kiyosaki. I study books on billionaires, Miramata Musashi, Marcus Aurelius, Jesus Christ. I'm very, 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 very disciplined on what enters my mind. So nothing against Jake, but we've been building like this for a long time. So I don't know what that means. But the fact is not every single human needs a Wyoming LLC. Yeah, so I think it's important to sit with a licensed trust lawyer to figure out what works best for you. Nothing happened. If you're talking about February 20th, wake up. At what point, dollar wise, do you think about insuring your money at $1? I mean, you should always insure your money, man. That's what the banks are doing. Late to the party. What's up? What's up? Okay, I got about 3 minutes, guys. Morning, coach. Keep it real. Love the beard. Thank you so much. Know that your message is not falling on deaf ears when you get haters and dipshits messaging on here. Oh, man. I put a post today. Well, I'll leave with that post. I'll show you guys. I'll lead you guys out with this post that I put up, and I'm going to teach you, men, specific women too. You could do this as well, but I'm a man, so I'm going to speak to men's hearts. This is how I'm going to end my live today. I'm going to show you how to become unfuckable with. Okay, this is the formula right here. Okay, and this is how I live my life. So this isn't just hyperbole. Okay, this is how I live my life. This is how you become unfuckable with. Okay, read the Bible. Study the way of the superior man. Read the book, The 5 Rings by Miramata Musashi. And study the Dokudo. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Pray every single morning for wisdom, every moment you wake up. Train your body hard. Work out, men. Work out. Sauna 3 times a week. Do one thing every single day that makes you uncomfortable. Every day. Start an automated investment plan and stay consistent. You must stop porn, junk food, and excessive alcohol. You have to stop, man. You have to. If you need to get help, get help. You have to stop. That will change your life right there. Wisdom. Ignore the clowns online. No one more successful than you is judging you. No one is stopping you but you. Remove any men who puts your ecosystem at risk. Be ruthless like a katana blade. Your job is to protect spiritually, physically, and financially. Everything else is noise. Honor God in all you do. Now get after it. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. I do get to jump on a 101, and let's get after it and protect our families physically, spiritually, and financially. We'll be live again on Monday. And as we always say, Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.